Okay, here's a follow-up on my experiment with TruOil, tung oil, and boiled linseed oil to see how it wears out here in the Wisconsin weather. We've had some decent hot days and had some freezing weather and snow since I started this, and we're going into the really hot summer months now. So the first thing I noticed is it looks like they might be just the tiniest bit more orangish. It looks like they could be a little bit changed in their coloring, but if there's any difference, I don't see a whole lot of it. That led me to, well, how do I quantify how these are maintaining their permeability or non-permeability to water? So I initially started by just putting a few drops on each and seeing if there was any action, and there wasn't anything. Nothing was sinking in. It was pooling up on top just like it did when I first put it on. So what I ended up doing was I did a submersion test, and I added another piece of wood here. This is just like a control type thing. I'll put this out on the fence, but I wanted to see how much regular pine that has not been finished will soak up water for this test. So I submerged all of these in a bucket of water, held them down with whatever would hold them under the water. So what I did is I weighed each of these pieces of wood before I submerged them in water. Then after I brought them out, I weighed them again to see how much water they might have absorbed. Now for the control piece, there was a starting weight of 1.15 ounces, and it went up to 1.35 ounces after the 24-hour soak. For the TruOil, it was 2.75 before the soak, and it was 2.75 after the soak. Now for boiled linseed oil, that was 3.05 ounces before the soak, and it was 3.20 ounces after the soak. So it did absorb a little bit. Now on tung oil, it was 1.85 ounces before the soak, and it was 1.90 ounces after the soak. So both of these seem to have picked up a little bit of water, but I'm not seeing any sort of damage on them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hang all of these outside again and go for another 3 months, and then I'll repeat this and see what we have. More to come.